So today we have a special video considering that this is actually coming from Mudahar. And Mudahar's saying that Black Ops 6 Zombies and Black Ops 6 in general is an amazing game. So let's get into this. I want to see what he's talking about.
I made it past round 1 of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies today.
Let's go.
I normally don't do this out of nowhere, but when I feel like I'm doing something really awesome in a video game, I just want to show it to you.
I mean, dang, ray gun and jet gun. Listen, I don't know how good Mudahar is. I don't want to judge no one, especially after seeing Duke Dennis hit round 50 on this map. So
guys,
I'm not judging no one.
So this footage right over here is like round 34 of Zombies.
Whoa,
this is my first game that I ever played. And
dude, yeah, they made the game pretty easy though.
I'm actually destroying zombies right now. I'm currently in New Zealand right now. I know that my setup looks the same, but I'm in New Zealand. I was able to play some Black Ops 6 early, thankfully to Game Pass. Didn't spend a dime on this game.
True, but, true. Yeah, and I mean, that I think is why so many people are playing this game. Just like with Black Ops Cold War. But Cold War wasn't on Game Pass, so we'll see if COD continues this trend with Game Pass.
I kind of talk about this game a little bit too, so it's not going to be a review because I haven't actually really like played every single aspect of the game.
I mean, he's giving it a shot.
I've just been kind of playing zombies
as a casual.
I'm
a
zombies fan. Like I've been playing Call of Duty Zombies since the days of World at War.
Let's go.
In fact, if you added up my time in playing Call of Duty, I would actually be playing more zombies than I've ever played the campaign or the multiplayer.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to just write things off here, you know, as I've touched upon them. So I played a little bit of the multiplayer.
I probably put more time on Origins than every campaign and every multiplayer combined, bro.
And I'm going to tell you right now, the kids are actually on crack for this game.
Oh, for real?
I swear there must be an
SBMM.
Adderall epidemic somewhere in the fucking world. Because the kids who are playing this game...
They're cracked out, bro. Omni movement also does not help that allegation.
Just mastered the movement?
Yeah,
I mean,
literally.
you were talking about like actual crack cocaine addicts that are shooting your brains out from across the map. So, I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little older. Maybe I'm not that good at the multiplayer as I once thought I was.
The
or maybe
reflexes
I'm
are
just
kicking
worse,
down,
okay?
man.
I don't really care. The multiplayer is what it is. I think if you're somebody that just plays Call of Duty because like it's frenetically fast-paced these days, it's pretty much the game for you. There's really not much I can say on top of it.
I don't know if we'll ever get a massive innovation with multiplayer, considering Warzone's engine is still built into MP.
I do, however, feel some of the guns that I've been using, like the XM8, the beginner assault rifle.
XM4.
I think it might fire like BB rounds or something. Because I literally dumped people. And nobody has ever like actually went down because of it.
For real.
But anyways, that's my blatant review of the multiplayer side. I'm not exactly the best online gamer, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, when it comes to the campaign for the game,
I haven't played the campaign.
Black Ops as one can expect. It takes place between like...
IGN rated this campaign a 9, so I'm expecting it to be as good as Black Ops 1. They're literally saying it feels very similar, so that's crazy.
I think it's Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and then obviously like Black Ops 2. Yeah. There's a couple references to like the actual like original like series. Like there's actually a couple references to even Black Ops 2. Like they mentioned Raul Menendez. There's a few callbacks. But it's one of those campaigns where I've basically played up to like the first open world segment of the game. Now, from what I've seen...
Yeah, and I mean, this was added since MW3's campaign, and that campaign was garbage. So it looks like they actually refined it in this game.
The first mission's kind of like your gallery shooter. There's one like really interesting mission where you're like attending this like Governor Clinton rally or like this like event, and it's like this total spy mission, and they're like a lot longer than one would expect. Like the actual single player missions in Black Ops 6 are like 2 times the length of like any previous game's mission, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's something I enjoy.
That's really good though. I mean, they definitely did that after the criticism of MW3, getting roasted in the Game Awards and stuff. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
I'm glad Call of Duty pulled back
content. I don't want to like burn through the campaign in like 3 hours like I did Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. It's actually insane. I played that in one sitting in bed.
Wow.
When I had my appendix removed, okay? Like, I'm sitting there recovering, and I'm like, whoa, this campaign's 3 hours?
Bro's more dedicated than I am. What the heck?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Kane and Lynch 2 has some fucking runs. So, anyways, the campaign, I got to this first, like, open world section in Iraq, where, like, basically they...
I heard this campaign is very political. I mean, I could guess that from the trailers, but apparently it was a great ending as well.
You do this whole shootout.
I'm excited.
They open up the world, so you get this TAC map, and they give you, like, 1 billion points on the screen.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to effectively, like, go between each area and do, like, little mini missions. So that's what I've done. And so far, it's interesting. The story is cool. It's kind of one of those stories where I think they're just going to be subverting everything down the road. Whatever you've seen in like the promotional material,
it looks like there's a cliffhanger ending. I did see the secret ending, even though I haven't played the campaign, but it does look like it's a continuation.
Builds upon that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm still kind of wondering if they're going to end the fucking game at 9/11, even though I think it's highly unlikely. It's one of the things that I was really mostly excited for because...
Yeah, I mean, there were talks about that. I remember pre-launch, so I don't know what happened with that. Is that coming in another game? I have no clue.
Campaigns in like a Call of Duty game are just like the best time for me.
Yeah.
You know, there's popcorn shooters. It's like watching an action movie, okay? It's
pretty much
action movie slop up and just enjoying it.
Call of Duty slop, baby.
I enjoy Call of Duty stuff for the most part, like the campaign.
Yeah.
But to go back to the beginning point of this is the zombies. Now,
let's go.
This footage starts off in the middle of this round, not because I wasn't recording previous footage or something got corrupted. I literally wanted to play this for like maybe 30 minutes because I'm not the best zombies player out there.
I mean, yeah, and the difficulty ramps up pretty quick after 25, man.
Like, I think like as zombies evolved more and more and more, like there's just more iterations. It became a little bit more confusing. Like, I'll be completely real
100%.
with you. I think anything after Black Ops 2 is not a zombies that I was primarily really playing.
True. So, I mean, Mutahar is more of an OG. I mean, yeah, BO3 is when they really went hard with Easter eggs, storyline, and then obviously BO4 got super convoluted with that. And now it's been reduced in BO6, but if you're coming back in from BO2, like, yeah, it's still going to seem like a lot, even in BO6.
Zombies got to, like, this open world DMZ shit. I really didn't care about that.
Yeah.
But because this is round-based zombies, I picked the first map, which is, like, Liberty Falls. There's actually 2 maps.
It's weird that Liberty Falls is the first map in this game. Terminus is the second, which is kind of bizarre.
That come with the game.
Like, when you look at the list.
I haven't even tried the other one. I've just basically been playing the first one.
Oh, you're not going to like Terminus.
It's a smaller map.
Yeah.
You know, something that you can like really understand the mechanics of the game first before you dive into like the crazy shit that comes later.
Yeah, I mean, Terminus definitely feels like more of a BO3, BO4 zombies map. So, I mean, it's crazy that, like, a lot of OGs, some of them really like the BO3 system, but then you have a lot of people like Mutahar, who's back in the BO2 era, who really just likes it simplistic, like some Black Ops 2 town, you know? And that's literally what Liberty Falls is. I described it as town with an Easter egg, right?
So, and again, I haven't finished the campaign, so I'm kind of hoping there's like a 5 where they might have Margaret Thatcher, George H.W. Bush, Clinton,
Donald Trump and Kamala Harris in a zombies map. It's gonna happen.
Saddam Hussein.
It's gonna happen.
Fighting in the fucking White House or a palace.
It's gonna happen. They're definitely gonna do a campaign mission.
I shouldn't get my hopes up.
No, get your hopes
up.
I
was playing the zombies round, and like, you know, a stroke of luck really hit me. And I ended up getting myself the good old ray gun.
Yes, sir.
Now, normally I don't do too well in any of these games, but my brother was kind of like sitting next to me, and he saw me get the ray gun. And immediately he went into like coaching mode, and he guided me through like pack-a-punching, armoring up,
getting PhD. Yeah, bro, he'd be cooked without
everything. And towards the tail end of this entire like run, I ended up just getting so strong that I made it to kind of like a record best solo effectively. So I started with like 4 players. And one of the problems is you might not even be able to see it in this footage. There was this one player that literally would not buy anything to assist the team, okay? I was literally like spending, opening up doors.
The team player.
Doing what I had to. And I was kind of behind the rest of them. Until I eventually ended up getting the ray gun, and I pack-a-punched it like 3 times.
There's always that one guy, man.
The entire fucking zombies that you started to witness just kept raiding me like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
So anyways, I ran around, picked up a few of these perks, and like literally it became a serious catastrophe to witness.
I'm curious, like in co-op, like how smart players actually are. I mean, like maybe in Terminus they could figure out how to get to pack punch and power, but I mean, yeah, with Liberty Falls, pretty easy to just hop in.
It got to a point where like every like round, my teammates started going down, and it's not like they didn't have any weapons. Usually when you get to like round 25 of zombies,
you've got something.
Okay, if you're gone, you can't come back. Okay,
For real.
Because it just costs so much to get to where you're originally at, and
especially in this game. I mean, in the older games, I'd say at least you can get a lot of points from like bad weapons. In this game, if you die and you lose your stuff, it's over, brother.
Literally start with nothing.
Yeah.
So anyways, my teammates started going down. I started basically picking them up as much as I could. In this one instance, I felt really bad because my only surviving teammate that didn't leave the game literally ran away from me. Literally was on top of this roof, couldn't figure it out. Literally could not save him between the final end.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I was playing this, there was literally a barrage of like zombies that just turned into boss zombies at one point. Yeah. Like it got to a point later on.
Literally, yeah. Like he hit the nail on the head here. Literally, he's on round 32. Past round 25, it's just boss spam. And that, coming from Black Ops 2, must be insane. Because, okay, sure, you have like the Brutus and Panzer, but it's on another level here, bro.
Where I literally did not have like regular zombies
exactly.
on the screen.
I fully agree.
Now, towards the tail end of this, I actually ended up picking up another wonder weapon.
You can't wait till you see the boss fight in Terminus, brother.
And I think this was like the Thunder Gun, but it was like way better. Because effectively, you can just like area of effect, like nuke it. And
Thunder Gun, but way better, and it's the jet gun. Never thought I'd hear those words.
Like, kill everything around you. So for a while, I actually did pretty well. And then my brother taught me this crazy trick in zombies. If you figure out how to fire a Hellstorm missile from the fucking skies above, God, okay, Allah comes down and makes you invincible, okay? So you can spend some sweet time.
That's Black Ops Cold War mechanics, baby. That's hilarious.
And actually, that's how I started this video off.
Dude, you can also do a chopper gunner or just literally just turn into a mangler, man.
I literally had to use this bug in order to set up OBS just so I could actually start recording my run. And it was actually something that I was so proud of that I could actually show you guys that, I got some gamer skill. Okay.
No, dude, this is good. Like, this is why I don't necessarily hate the concept of having a super easy survival map. I do think that this map was marketed bad just because it's like, it made OG players think that it was going to be a lot more than what it actually was. And then obviously, yeah, it's like a multiplayer map and whatnot. But again, I'm just glad because these type of moments are nice, man.
I was able to hold off a little bit. I had some fun times.
Yeah.
And of course, obviously, like all zombie runs, you can either exfiltrate or you can die like a man. Right. And obviously, I wanted to exfiltrate. I felt like a little bit of a pussy towards the end.
That's tough on this map, man.
But God was not kind to me at that point. God said, Muda, you will die here today. And there was no exfiltration offered. So I tried to hold off the best that I could, but really towards the tail end of this war, there were just so many zombies on the screen that I eventually became overwhelmed. I was literally the last player standing.
Literally, yeah. I mean, with Exfil, bro, they spawn in like 40 zombies and expect you to take them all out in 60 seconds with an abomination. It's like, what are they thinking?
The game did not provide me any bot support whatsoever. It was just like, buddy.
See, that would have been really cool. Like, you're literally exfilling in a chopper. Why is the chopper not actually helping you out? Like, they're just like, oh, hope you do it.
You're doing just fine on your own.
For real, that's a great point.
I held off the best that I could, but obviously, like all zombie runs, it does come to an end.
Yes.
And one of the things that really just kind of strikes me is that instead of overcomplicating the experience, this is literally all that I wanted from this entire experience too.
Yeah.
Like as far as Black Ops 6 is compared, right? Like the campaign could literally end on a shitty note. Right. The multiplayer, I'm never going to touch.
For real, I agree with Muda here so hard. I'm definitely like not to that skill level of how kids that are Gen Z play this game now.
Be honest with you, because I don't play Call of Duty multiplayer.
For real,
I barely play Warzone with the guys at this point. Like we barely get into it. Like if we have a night together, we might as well play some Rainbow Six Siege or really any other game.
For real. Dude, there's so many. Valorant, Deadlock, Rainbow Six Siege, bro. Yeah, so many games. Apex.
Call of Duty multiplayer is like enjoying cock and ball torture, okay? Some people are really into that, okay? I don't like stilettos on my nutsack. All right, trust me, I've tried. It's not...
Brother, what?
It's not fun. It's not crazy, okay? Plenty of nights in the hospital because of it. But the zombies, that's where it comes down to. And I'll be real with you, man. Like,
dude, I'm glad that from a casual perspective, a lot of people are enjoying zombies. I have been hearing, even from like Dexerto and Twitter and stuff, that more people are actually enjoying BO6 zombies than MP, and that is rare. We have not had this in a long time. I think Cold War was kind of split here and there. I think Cold War people liked MP. For BO4, people liked MP as well. I don't think we've really seen this since literally BO3, so this is crazy.
Like, zombies for me, when you look in the history of like a lot of these Xbox 360 era games, whether you look at Nazi zombies, whether you look at Gears of War Horde mode, whether you look at Left 4 Dead Survival,
the OG PvE
I think
modes.
I was one of the 3 people on Xbox who was actively really playing that. When you look at Halo Firefight, the amount of overwhelming PvE odds is something that I absolutely love.
Yes.
And this is probably one of the best iterations of zombies that
Wow.
I have played so far. And
Wow, that's a huge statement, Mudahar. I mean, that's impressive because you know what? The game does make you feel that type of like pressure, I will say. It's definitely because of the speed of modern zombies. And so I guess, like I said, it definitely fits the style of how people are way more so than back in BO2 and BO3 when the rounds are slower at the beginning. And honestly, like, I like both. So that's why it's kind of tough to say which one is better.
I've only done like 50% of the maps.
Yeah.
Honestly, if Treyarch literally just releases like a new zombie map every other season of the game, I literally think this could be probably one of the most played games for me.
Let's go.
Year, okay?
Let's go.
Because it's on Game Pass.
Oh my gosh, look at his death.
I'm not buying the game, okay?
Yeah.
Honestly, I really hope that down the road, and this is like a fucking hope and a prayer.
Dude, okay, I just want to say something. It's so weird now in 2024. There's like this stigma of just buying games. You know, I find that so bizarre. I definitely find it very like predatory as well towards the gaming industry. And so it's interesting. Like, obviously, yeah, support what you want to support, but it's also just like there's definitely a big stigma on it for sure, and especially for YouTubers.
This game gets like some physical release, or maybe it gets like cracked to the point where it actually gets preserved.
I just hope the life cycle is
good, man. I really think they cooked with this version of zombies. It really is one of those versions where like the amount of complexity is not overwhelming to the point where you're just literally like looking up guides midway through to figure out.
True. And that's the thing. Like, even Liberty Falls' Easter egg guide and Termis's are getting a guided mode. So that's going to be perfect for people like Mudahar, man.
What the hell you need to do.
Exactly.
I think for like returning players and like new players, it's just the right amount of zombie fun for you to have fun, for you to enjoy, and like actually get down to. And I know that I've really just been talking about zombies this whole time, but considering that's my only like focus of like care at Call of Duty at this point.
And I mean, this was Kevin Drew's overall goal. Like, he literally said that the whole point of doing all of these different mechanic switches is to grasp in newer players. And I mean, pretty much it sounds like he succeeded, which is crazy, man.
I feel like it's worth, you know, just giving my perspective on it.
Yeah, no,
this
is really important.
I wanted to make this video because honestly, I've never had a run where I've soloed this well. Okay, usually I'm always kind of like the third or fourth player. Like, I'm always kind of the support cuckold player. I just watch the big boys. I'm like, hey guys, can I join the Pack and Punch Brigade?
I mean, yeah, in the older games like BO3 and BO4, it's, if you don't know what you're doing, you're literally weighing the team down for sure.
I don't really have that crazy talent when I play it.
Yeah.
But for the first time, and again, I'm going to give the ray gun all the credit. I really feel like I actually fucking made a thing. I went from player 4 all the way to the last remaining person standing. And I tried to help my team the best I could. All right, I gave them all the money. I opened up all the doors.
Gave them all the money.
I think maybe karma became a thing, and I ended up becoming one of the strongest players in the round. And I probably made it to my personal best.
See, this is why I'm so glad that the wonder weapons in this game feel great. I mean, this video is literally testament to that. If he didn't pull the jet gun and the ray gun here, he would definitely not be this excited about the game. So that's why, honestly, Mudo, I respect this, man. This is a great video. It's funny.
A long time in a video game.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, if you know, at the end of the day, that's what YouTube is about, right? Broadcast yourself.
Yes,
I wanted
sir.
to broadcast my little high score. But I feel like a good time.
But he killed it.
Honestly, it feels like having sex for the first time. I know it's a wild take out there. But I really feel...
Bro, they really got this man in his feelings. Black Ops 6, man. Treyarch.
I feel good about actually getting that far in zombies. So I know the comment section's either going to be like, Muda, great work, or it's going to be like, only round 34. Plebeian shit.
True. Well, it's because literally people have hit like 256 already in the max rounds and whatnot. So, I mean, it's understandable.
I'm already at 110.
110.
And one day I hope to get there too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Woodar.
It's a good time.
This is a great video.
Black Ops 6.
Great video.
Worth the Game Pass subscription, I'll say that much. Anyway.
See, that's what I mean. And honestly, that is the best recommendation you could literally give for Black Ops 6 Zombies.